ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another McFarlaneToys action figure review on the long-awaited DC Multiverse Wonder Woman from McFarlaneToys. I gotta give a big shout out and thank you to New York Backyard Legend for doing a trade with me for this figure. I'm so happy to have it in hand right over here. It already looks amazing. And you can see with this McFarlane Collector Edition, we get the silver text right over here and the trim, not so much on the side right here. And you can see some artwork inspired or drawn by Terry Dodson, looking awesome. I love Terry Dodson's artwork. It says Wonder Woman. Window creeps up to the top, not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your DC Multiverse figures, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Wonder Woman out of the packaging, and I really do like this figure a lot. Probably my favorite Wonder Woman figure, maybe. But I will say there are some things that do frustrate me with it, but I mostly really do like it, and I also really like how many accessories she comes with as well. So let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. I love that we get 3 sets of hands right here. We have the fist hands, and you have these weapon holding hands, which I gotta pinpoint that this thumb right here looks like a little, like, thorn or something, more so than a thumb, so that makes it a little bit harder for this side, getting her to hold stuff. I wish the fingernails were painted, so I will point out those little details. And you can see that we have the wide open hands right over here too. I think she's drawn mostly with her fingernails painted, I don't know, but anyway, I think they're sculpted out very nicely, and I'm happy that they are included. The lasso of truth over here is always the most frustrating accessory to have with the Wonder Woman. I am not unraveling this. This is the tape that it came in, and getting this to hook on to this little hook over here, it's a little bit tricky. It just falls off super easy. So I'm going to be leaving it aside. I just pose her around and then set that up once I get the pose that I want. I love this shield over here. Oh, this looks so sick. That gold and silver. It's, well, silver plastic with gold paint over it, and it just looks fantastic. I love the weathering to it. Getting her to grip on to one of these straps is tricky. Like, her hand's just not big enough for these, so I just have to kind of just fake it. But, you know, I like the design of it. I just wish these straps were just a little bit thinner. It would make it a little bit easier for her to grip them, you know what I mean? You can see you can kind of get your hand around it, but like with this thing going on in the middle, it's just tricky to do. And then you get this axe, which I don't really remember much of Wonder Woman hacking away with an axe, but it's a good looking axe, and yeah, why not? There we go, it's another accessory. I am happy that she has the sword right here. Cool thing about Wonder Woman is that she doesn't have to have weapons. I love that about the character, and I did use some of these Captain America ricochet effects for her bands, so that was fun to do. And then you get your standard issue display base right over here, and you get this new collector's edition card stand thing, and we have this magnificent artwork from Terry Dodson right here. I believe I still have this issue somewhere. And then we have a read-up right here on the back. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. So I mostly really like this head sculpt. It looks really good, and my little qualms with it are very minor. And I'll just say, it looks like there's a little bit too much of a tan color just in the middle of the nose and on the chin right there. That does look a little bit weird, but I mostly think this is a beautiful looking head sculpt for Wonder Woman. I think the red and the gold for the tiara look magnificent. I love the touches of blue mixed in with the hair. I love it when they do that with our comic book figures. It just looks more comic booky to me. And I love the hair sculpt too. A lot of nice strands of hair sculpted over here. It looks great, man. I really do like it. I do think the plastic choice for the flesh tone throughout is just a lot more reflective than I'd like it to be. I usually don't see it this reflective on my figures. I don't know, but it's just like she is just super glossy. and she reflects light like crazy, but I don't mind the color of the flesh tone. I do like the color of the flesh tone. And then you can see we get this nice metallic red right here, and the gold looks really good. I really love how the stars came out over here, and I do like her proportions. I like how she's got these really beautiful thick thighs right over here. That just looks great. I love the shadowing over here too. I wish we can go pinless, you know. Then we have the wonderful nalgas looking great. I think it's not, you know, too far out there where it's going to piss off a bunch of people who hate butt cheeks on action figures. There's a whole demographic of people out there that just hate butt cheeks on action figures, and I don't know why. Anyway, we got banana boots over here. I don't like that. I want the feet to be flat on the floor. It's just easier to get the figures to stand that way, and we get peg holes right over here too. So the articulation is what you'd expect with the McFarlaneToys figure. I'm not going to do a thorough segment, but I will point out some things. Like, I mean, the hair, while fairly soft, you can't get her looking up very far, and you don't have a midsection joint over here. It's just the waist, so that does feel a bit limiting. However, it does rotate side to side nicely, and it pivots and moves forward and back. Just popped her head off right there. You get the butterfly joints right here. Unfortunately, the caps right here on the inside are a little bit too small, so when you're posing her around, it gets weird, and you have to, I guess, throw that arm back and then move this forward to try to hide it, and it's a bit wonky. I gotta say, that does frustrate me when posing her around. She feels kind of janky as I try to pose her around. The way these arms are sculpted, when I twist that bicep, it looks weird. There's a weird gap in there, so that can be frustrating. The leg, I was able to pop off this leg, and not on purpose. She can almost do the splits right over here, and she does kick up very far, which is good, and back. I wish we had upper thigh cuts or rotation right there in the crotch. This popped off on me a few times, so I expected that to happen. And then you get the double jointed knees, which look, I don't know. It's just not the best looking double jointed knee. I hope McFarlaneToys is working on getting smoother double jointed knees on their figures. No boot rotation. The ankles do have that typical McFarlane style articulation with the toe joints. Now to measure out this Wonder Woman figure, you could see that she is standing almost 7.5 inches tall. That is a tall Wonder Woman, and she's a little under 7.5, but still very tall. And then for your McFarlaneToys DC Multiverse Wonder Woman comparison, you could see we have the Wonder Woman from the Shazam movie, and then we have these 3 other comic versions that I'm not very familiar with. I think her flesh tone looks a little bit dark. I'm happier with this flesh tone right here. I guess this one looks like my favorite. This one has a little bit too much of a pinkish hue, but I think I like this flesh tone the most, and I think this is like the Endless Ice version one right over there. She does look a lot more pale. I wanted to try a head swap with these two though, just to see. This isn't really working out. Ball peg got stuck in there, but we could at least see what this head would look like sitting on top of this figure right here, which is what I was kind of interested in. And it's just too much cape going on right there. But if you really wanted to make that work, I guess it would fit in okay. If you wanted a mohawk, yeah, the flesh tone's not matching enough. I tried. Oh, and I almost forgot to bring out this Wonder Woman right here, which is the DC Direct Terry Dodson inspired figure. And this has been the Wonder Woman on my shelf the longest. I also really liked the Amazing Yamaguchi figure, but it just looked ugly to me. So yeah, this is definitely a huge upgrade compared to this right over here, and arguably resembles more of Dodson's style, especially with the little hair loopy right there and everything. But still, yeah, this is my new favorite Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman party, yeah! No boys allowed. No boys allowed. No boys allowed. No. And then here's Wonder Woman next to a couple of not Wonder Woman figures I have in my collection. We have Superwoman from McFarlaneToys DC Multiverse, and then we have the Marvel Legends Power Princess. And if you're going to ask me which one's the better Wonder Woman figure out of these two, well, I would say the actual Wonder Woman is. I mean, she didn't even have the right colors, but what's the better figure between these two? I do prefer this one. I just do. Marvel Legends has been at this for a long time. I think that this is just a much more refined figure, but this right here is my favorite Wonder Woman of all time. Then here's Wonder Woman next to my currently favorite Superman figure and my favorite Batman figure from McFarlaneToys. We have the Return of Superman version that came with Crypto, and then we have the Nightfall Batman. And yes, I'm going to be putting Wonder Woman on the shelf, and they're going to be standing more or less like that. She looks tall, dude. I mean, she's a little bit oversized. Just a little bit. I wish she was just a little bit shorter, so I'll probably have to get her into a pose with her knees bent a little bit just to kind of make it look a little bit closer to what I'd like to see. But still, seeing these three together like this, it does look very cool. I'm quite happy. Then here's Wonder Woman next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got a whole bunch more videos coming your way. I'm looking at reviewing a Transformers figure next, so Optimus Prime has got to show up on the channel soon, and this figure right here is a lot of fun. I really like this Wonder Woman a lot. I more than like this Wonder Woman. I love this Wonder Woman figure. It's a really good Wonder Woman figure. It's the best Wonder Woman figure, right? I don't really have another Wonder Woman figure I could think of off the top of my head that I think beats this one right over here. It looks fantastic. I'm just very pleased, or at least I guess for the 7-inch scale for DC Multiverse anyway. I do think it's better than the Shazam movie version, even though that one has that mid-cut in the torso. Would have been kind of nice to see it with this one, but then at the same time, that figure has a bit of gappage in that diaphragm cut, so it's like, I appreciate the aesthetics of this Wonder Woman right over here. I really do like it a lot, man, and I think the price point is very fair, just very hard to get a hold of. Shoot, man, yeah, again, your Backyard Wrestling, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Very happy to have this in hand. And at the price point of $30, oh man, I'm giving this a Sun rating of... And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.